Why you talking in code? No reason. Why you got me on hold? I'm beeping. I knew something was ignited. When you left, I wanted more.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm actually doing a requested video. You guys requested that I do a glam look with no wing liner. So this is what I came up with. Hopefully you guys like it. I really want to do something bold, and I also wanted to wear more of a glossy lip instead of like the generic basic matte lip. I have nothing against them obviously, but just wanted to try something different for this look. And for the lip, you obviously can switch it out for a matte lip. You can switch it out for a nude matte lip or a nude gloss even. By the way, thank you so much to the girl who requested it. It really means a lot to me when you guys request things. Love it. Just saying. You guys should request videos, makeup ideas that I should do. Yeah, thank you so much for clicking on my video, and let's get started. I've already done my eyebrows and my foundation. I don't have any concealer or powders on my face. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my eyes. I'm gonna start off by priming my eyelids and also carving out my brows using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer in the shade Light Ivory. So what I do for my eyebrows is I kind of just dot underneath it instead of drawing a straight line, so there isn't like a big chunk of product underneath my brows, and then I spread it out using my finger or a brush. I really like this concealer because it doesn't get too chunky and cakey. First layer that you apply is pretty thin, so it's not that easy to really go overboard with this concealer unless you obviously apply too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that all down using the RCMA No Color Powder. Oh no! I need a moment. Okay, so I'm back. My RCMA powder literally like spilled everywhere. It's fine, I'm fine. I'm gonna go ahead and set all that concealer on my eyelid down. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go into the Morphe 35T palette. So first I'm gonna start by using this warm brown color. It has a bit of like a reddish orange undertone in it, and I'm gonna use that as my transition shade. I'm gonna put this a little bit higher than my crease because I really want to maximize my lid space because I don't have a lot of lid space. And then next, I'm just gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna go into this brick red type of shade, and I'm gonna put that on the same spot as well, but also a little bit lower, so more into my crease. I'm really focusing the product more on the outer part of my eye than the inner part. And I'm also gonna start bringing it into my outer V. So I'm just swirling my brush around instead of doing like swiping motions. I can really focus the product in that spot. And then when I get to my crease, I'm gonna go back into windshield wiper motions. I'm gonna go back into the first shade and then blend it into my crease a little bit, just to, I guess you could say, sandwich the colors together. I don't know, kind of mesh them together. I'm gonna put this where I put it the first time, if that makes any sense. Just up here on the upper crease. I don't even know if the upper crease is a thing, but oh well. And then I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild large eyeshadow brush. It's like this neutral dark brown color. I'm gonna go into that and put that right into my crease and then my outer V. But I'm also just gonna put this on the outer part of my eye, not the inner part. Really try not to put a lot of eyeshadow on the inner part of my eye because we are gonna be covering that up with glitter. So what I'm doing is I'm patting it in first to really get the color into my crease, and then I'm gonna blend it out later just using the same brush. I'm gonna pat it in. I'm just putting it slightly into the middle part of my eye and my crease. I'm also gonna like slightly shade in the outer part of my eye, just the outer third. And then I'm gonna go back with my fluffy crease brush and I'm gonna use the first shade again that we used, and I'm just gonna use that to really blend the colors together. Gonna lightly sweep it around in the outer part of my eye. I'm using a very light hand with this. One thing when you're really wanting to use a light hand instead of really packing on the color, hold your brush closer to the end of the brush. Next, for the glitter, I'm gonna be using the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. I'm gonna go into the color Casablanca, and I'm using an e.l.f. concealer brush. It's my absolute favorite brush to pack on color or glitter or anything because it is a synthetic brush. Before I apply Casablanca, I'm gonna grab my Duo Lash Glue and apply it onto the parts of my eye that doesn't have any eyeshadow. I'm gonna use lash glue. It's obviously pretty safe because we put it on our eyes already. I'm just gonna spread it on pretty lightly. I'm not gonna do a really thick layer so that it really dries and it doesn't get really chunky on our lids. And I'm gonna bring this all the way up to my crease and kind of like where the dark eyeshadow will meet the glitter. You don't have to do a thick layer of this. And it's already starting to get a little tacky too. So since it's already tacky, you can go ahead and grab your glitter and then pack it on. I'm gonna go back and put on a bit more glitter. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever used eyelash glue as a glitter glue. It's kind of helping with the fallout, but it kind of accentuates the fold in my eye. I'm gonna go back in and blend it out. Oh, and I also did not put any more product onto my brush. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side and do the lash glue. It really does help with the fallout. At first it did feel kind of hard, but now it feels fine, honestly. Again, you do not want to put a lot of this at all. While waiting for that to get tacky, I'm gonna eat. We have like no food in our pantry, but I found this big bag of like, what is this called? It's like trail mix type of thing. Wild Roots. Savory snack mix. It's really good. So thanks, Mom, for buying this. I'm waiting a little bit longer for it to get tacky instead of kind of just smacking it on. My eyelids are sticking. For it to dry like this with my eye closed. What I'm kind of getting is it's better if you wait for it to dry a little bit longer and kind of close your eye while it dries so it doesn't settle into the creases. Yeah, that's way better. So yeah, wait a little bit longer and see, it still feels, it's dry now, but it still feels a tiny bit tacky to the point where I'm sure it will, the glitter will stick to it.
I need direction, you get the message. Don't you with me with a Raincheck? Sign off on one of them blank checks. Don't wanna limit the moment up to now. Don't you with me with.
I'm actually gonna go into Burkina from the Masquerade palette and blend that into my crease. Just a little bit. I'm using the Wet n Wild large eyeshadow brush as well. Just right here on the inner part of our crease. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and apply some mascara. And for my lashes, I'm using the Eyelure Definition number 126 lashes because they're really bold and really flirty and thick. Yeah. I'm just gonna apply these lashes off camera. I think they're getting a little camera shy, so I will be back. They're on. We're good. I'm gonna use my Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eyeliner in the shade, just a black gel eyeliner. I really love this eyeliner because it doesn't bother my eyes at all. I am a contact lens wearer, so I really need to be careful with what I put in my waterline. I'm gonna use the Black Radiance Fine Line Waterproof Eyeliner, and I'm gonna just use this to hide my lash band, but I'm not gonna be drawing a wing, obviously. These lash bands are super straight, so if you have really round eyes like I do, you're probably gonna hate these. I really like how they look, so I'm just gonna work with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my face first and then go back to our eyes later. I'm gonna be using the Sephora Gel Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer in the shade Custard. A lot of people don't like this like rounded applicator, but I actually really like it. Gonna blend that out using my beauty blender. Focus on me. Okay.
Don't you hit me with a me something like a blank check. Spending a lot of emotion on tonight. Don't you hit me with a rain check. No need to make it.
Then going back to my lovely RCMA powder that caused the blizzard in my room. Bake with it, and I don't usually bake on camera because I don't really bake at all that much. I really wanted to bake for the sake of it being a full glam video.
A day, believe me when I say that I could be the presence that
whatever's left in my beauty blender, I'm just gonna put this on my nose and my forehead and my chin where I applied concealer. I don't really want to bake all over my face because I am wearing a really matte foundation. By the way, I will have all my products listed below. I'm also gonna bake a little bit on my smile lines because my smile lines are really bad. So I kind of just blow my cheeks up and then, you know. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. small tapered brush to wipe away my bake, and then whatever's left on the brush, I'm just gonna use it to set the rest of my face because, I mean, it is a matte foundation that I'm wearing, but it still feels a bit tacky. So then for bronzer, I'm using the Naked Flush palette, and I'm just gonna use the bronzer in that little trio. Woo! And then for blush, I'm using the Physicians Formula Blushing Natural Powder Palette.
But I don't wanna wait. My time is of the essence.
For highlighter, I'm using the LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing Powder in the shade 100 Watt.
When I say that I could be the presence that you want. So tell me you got it right now. But you got it all right now. Tell me and you got it right now.
Going back to my eyes, I'm gonna do my lower lash line. So I'm just gonna use the color Burkina from the Masquerade palette from Juvia's Place. I'm gonna put that on my lower lash line. I'm just gonna go my lower lash line and then bring it upwards because I don't know about you guys, but I have this like really weird space between my top lid and my lower lid, and it doesn't really grasp onto the eyeshadow as well as I'd want it to. So I always have like this really random like space there. It's like my top lid, lower lid, and there's eyeshadow on both of them. Then you get to that little space, it's like blank.
My time is of the essence, don't you know? If you give me a day,
I'm just gonna apply some mascara to my lower lashes.
I could be the presence that you want. So tell me and you got it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna use the color Dahlia? Oh no, it's Dala? I think it's Dahlia. From the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette thing. I'm gonna use the color Dahlia. I'm gonna put that on my inner corner. And then finally for my lips, I'm gonna be using the Jordana lip liner in the shade Rock and Rose. And then on top of it, I'm gonna put the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the shade Chocolate Crepe. And I am gonna overdraw my lips a little bit because I love doing overdrawn lips for glam makeup looks. So this is the finished look. I really love how it turned out. It actually turned out better than I thought it would. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video.